Sorry about the cutoff, ladies and gentlemen, on our last video. Back again on Washington Football News Weekly. I am your host, Fortunate Fred, and here's some photos of Sunday's game. Chase Young, you see, wrapping up the running back, Kenyon Drake, right there. Um, I thought that this week sucked, but I got to give kudos. There were three game balls that I gave out, and I will honestly say that this is a young team. They're going to get better. They're going to learn from this. And it's early in the season. So, they're going to get better. The one thing that I notice about this team's identity this year is it has no quit in them. And there was some controversy after the game about, why Coach Rivera didn't call timeouts and challenge Arizona to the end. And though it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose the game, that he just let the clock run. And his reasoning for that was he didn't want to risk further injury to his players. And I can understand that. I get that. You want to stay healthy the end of the week. So you lose this fight, you come back and fight another day. And that's exactly what they're going to do. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And until then, they just keep plugging away, just keep plugging away, hang in there, and everything will be all right. Everything will be okay. Excuse me there. And everything will be all right. And so week 3 will be coming up. The Washington football team will be taking on the Cleveland Browns, and I will be doing a review on them on Friday. Picking up where I left off, like I was talking about DeAndre Hopkins, the speedy and great wide receiver on the Arizona Cardinals. They held him to 8 catches for 68 yards, but he had a touchdown, and that was key early in the game. And the catches that he caught in the game were very key. Either they'd lead to a first down or they would keep their drives sustainable against us. And they used those things to win the game. They had 2 long passes. One was to Andy Isabella, who caught 2 passes for 67 yards. Christian Kirk, 2 catches for 57 yards. And 2 of those plays to those guys were bombs. And I don't know, I can't remember exactly who was covering Christian Kirk when he caught his. Might have been Jimmy Moreland or Fabian Monroe. But Troy Apke has gotten beat a couple times deep, and he always seems to be out of place or running behind the guy, and the guy already has the ball in his sights to catch it. So there's a lot of miscommunication that's going on in the secondary, and they're going to have to figure out a way to stop it. So they're going to have to shore that up on the defense on the back end. And they're going to have to prevent those big plays, because those plays are backbreakers during the game. And that catch to Isabella was a backbreaker because that led to a scoring drive by Arizona. And Kyler Murray was hard enough to stop. So, but like I said, like Coach Rivera said, this is a young team. There's going to be growing pains. And Sunday, unfortunately, was one of them. But they're going to learn from it, and they're going to get better. I believe they have the talent. They have the talent. Honestly, the offensive line sucked. The defense in the first half sucked, but it got better as the game went along. But like I said, I gave out 3 game balls. Terry McLaurin had 7 receptions for 125 yards and a touchdown. So he's been like the bread and butter offensive player for the Redskins. He's been the key man. Um, but there's going to have to be other players that are going to have to step it up on the offense. Inman, he caught a couple passes near the end of the game, Dontrell Inman, but I don't know. I'm just really not feeling him as somebody that's a go-to guy. Um, Logan Thomas, I thought there were a couple more catches in the game that he could have had, although he had 4 receptions. I thought there were a few more passes that I would have liked to get back and seen him grab that probably would have made a bigger difference in the game. Steven Sims had that fumble on their punt return, kind of disappointed in that. So they're just, I don't know. Right now, they're going to have to play like they did Sunday. They're going to have to bring out the Wolfman in them and attack like they were doing. And Halloween is coming up. And Washington football team, take off your mask and show us the true you. Because we really need you. Let's see. The defense. Landon Collins had 5 solo tackles, 1 pass defense, and an interception. That's the 9th interception of his career, first with Washington. Kevin Pierre-Louis recorded a game-high 15 tackles, wonderful. 10 solo and the 4th fumble. He gets a game ball. Linebacker John Bostic registered 7 tackles, 5 solo, including 1 for a loss and 1 for a sack. First time in his career that he's had a sack in 2 consecutive games. Kudos. Defensive end Chase Young now has 2.5 sacks, almost should be 3 in his first 2 games. He got 4 solo tackles, including 2 for a loss and 1 sack. Washington football team, they lead the league with 11 sacks. Many more to come. Can't wait to see it. And I believe that, like I said it before and I'll say it again, I believe Chase Young will get Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's on his way. Special teams, I give the 3rd and last game ball to punter Tress Way. He finished the game with 6 punts for 284 yards. That's a 47.3 average. And he pinned 3 of his punts inside the 20-yard line. So his net average was 43.2, and he hit a long punt of 60 yards. If he can continue to punt like that, he will pin a lot of teams deep, and that will put pressure on them because of our great defensive line. And I think that will put pressure on a lot of teams that get pinned back by those punts. So Tress, keep doing what you're doing. Kudos. Kicker Dustin Hopkins connected on his only field goal attempt, and that was from 24 yards out. So that was that on that. So overall, we're going to have to do a better job starting the game off. Like I said, they were outscored the first 2 games 37-7, even though in the second half they turned that around and outscored their opponents 35-10. But we're not a team that's built to come from behind 20, 23 points from behind, even though we have a good defense. So we play better being ahead where the other team has to play from behind because our defense can then just cave them in and do damage. So we're going to have to get off to a better start offensively. We need better quarterback play from Dwayne Haskins. Although we ran the ball well Sunday, we're going to have to, there's always room for improvement. And that offensive line has got to be shored up on the left side. Brandon Sheriff got hurt, left the game early with an ankle injury. So, Sadiq Charles, where you at? We need you to heal up and come back, man. Secondary, Kendall Fuller, heal up, man. We need you to come back. So, that's pretty much all I have. Like I said, Friday, we faced the Cleveland Browns, and I'll be doing a review on that game, so I look forward to that. So with that said, you doggone Skippy, thank you for joining me, Fortunate Fred, on another edition of Washington Football News Weekly. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. And y'all have a good y'all have a good week. And I'll see you Friday. Peace.